Hey guys, sorry for the kind of awkward video because my computer is in the being repaired. So I'm gonna do a video this way, and it's kind of the same kind of list I was gonna do before, although if I have to hold this, it's gonna be kind of different. So one of the things that I wanted to do was discuss what the translations were for the videos that I made. And I made 3 videos, and I think I only have really 2 translations here because one video was basically the same thing as the other video. So I guess that's what I'm gonna do. And otherwise if I had more time and I had a free instead of this, I would probably also be doing the tattoo tag thing, I suppose. Um Anyways, so I guess I'd start with my Korean one. Although officially my first video I ever posted was my Japanese autobiography, but then I deleted that, or like made it private, and I did it again with my Korean autobiography. And with my Korean autobiography, in case you don't want to like go there, look at the description and wonder what I'm saying, I have the translations right here. So, for my Korean autobiography, it's different because I don't know Korean as well. I mean, I know some words, and of course, if you're a fan of Korean music, you know basic words, of course. So I only knew those, which don't really lend itself to an autobiography, you would say. So I have what I said right here, or what I had planned to say. So it might not actually be like if you actually speak the language, that might not actually be accurate. But this is what I tried to do. So, in Korean, in my Korean autobiography, also linked below, I said, "My name is Christine. Nice to meet you. I live in Canada. I'm 30 years old. I can't speak Korean well, but I like K-pop. Well, not, but I like K-pop, but I said, I can't speak Korean well. I like K-pop. I want to go to South Korea one day. Bye." Which is like, 안녕하세요. So, that's basically all I said, and that was just a haphazard way of doing an autobiography in Korean. Although one day I do plan to go back to Korean language and know more words in Korean besides like sarangye or oppa, oppa najo. It's kind of stuff like that. So I'd rather know Korean better than I do. I don't know Korean that well, but that was the autobiography I did in Korean. Next, of course, I did my first autobiography in Japanese, but I redid it. Basically, when I redid it, and of course, I'm kind of jumping around because I think I did my French autobiography before I did this, but basically, in Japanese and French, it's the same kind of. I said the same things. For the Japanese one, the only thing I really changed with Japanese was there was a thing about like when I go to sleep in the morning, I wake up, and then something about going to school and riding the bus, which I didn't really include in the more recent one. But basically, this is similar to all the other autobiographies. For in the Japanese one, I said my name is Christine. I'm a vegetarian. I don't drink often, but I like bubble tea. But I like to drink bubble tea. I can sing, and I can listen to music. When I listen to music, I listen to Sug, Shiny, AFI, Gazette, Dave Matthews Band, and Cafe and Curly. This one like gets a bit iffy because there are some verbs I use that I don't know off by heart. So I went to say I think I like to read and make stuff. I think in the French one I said I like to read and write music and stuff. So it's kind of different for that. But then I went into, I want to go to Japan, South Korea, and Australia. And then I said January was like later. But in the French autobiography, it's kind of the same thing. Although, that's why I think I did French before, because I learned French in high school, so I kind of know I'm better at speaking French than I am any other language, I guess, because I learned it formally. So I think kind of things like, because I use words I'm not used to, like I like to read and make stuff, is kind of, I think, read versus, I said chanter, I think, in the French one. I was like, I like to sing and write music, I think I said instead. But that's kind of the gist of what it was. It was like, I like all these groups. I like to sing, I like to listen to music, I like to write. So I said, I parle écrivais in French. But yes, that was the Japanese, and that was the Korean. And so for, that is the translation for what I did for all the languages, I suppose, because I did Korean, Japanese, and French. And those are the ones that I, for know just how to speak more often. Otherwise, I mean, it's one of those things that, like, what language are you thinking if you speak all these languages? Honestly, it's mostly English. Um, I come from a monolingual family, so when we speak, we only speak in English. And when I try to speak in another language, nobody really encourages that, because they don't know the language as well as English, which is monolingual. When you come from America and South Africa, you only speak English, so that's just how it is. So that kind of is all I wanted to do today. Although, because if I had my actual laptop, I would also be doing, I would also have some stuff that I'm also probably going to make a video about later, where I have more tattoos that I'm going to get done. And it's not so much permanent tattoos as it is just getting the temporary ones on, and just to see, like, if I got a tattoo, this is what the tattoo would be. To get more information, it's going to be on my arms. So that's what I was going to do. If I had a free I would get the tattoos and do the translations. But this is the best I can do right now. Anyways, thank you for listening. This is the translation video in case you wanted to know what I was saying in French, Japanese, and Korean. And I will see you guys next week. Love X Lyrics. Bye.